you. Hello, this is John, the Practical Prepper Techer. This is the end of week 2 for my off-the-grid month-long project. Please stick with me to the end. I think you'll love what you see and what you hear. Before we dive in, remember I am sharing my specific setup for educational purposes only. Always consult a pro for your own home wiring and power station system setup. You'll have a more harmonious outcome, and you'll be more happy that you understood how to do it from an expert. Next, I'll walk through the 6 system setup steps for the system I am using as follows. For launch last week, we viewed the following setup where you can run off the grid for any number of days you want to, not just for backup, with the only downtime for general maintenance. The system as reviewed. Natural gas hookup from meter to generator. GenMax generator used solely for charging EcoFlow DPU batteries 1.5 to 2 hours per day, with output of up to 7,200 watts at 240 volts, and I averaged 6,000 watts for charging. We'll be adding a timed auto startup system in the next few weeks, which I will be, it'll automatically start the generator for charging at around 8 a.m. each day. 30 amp, 240 volt cord from generator to power station. EcoFlow power stations with an input of 7,200 watts, with an inverter with 18,000 watt kilowatt batteries, and generator plug, and my home averages 14 kilowatts per day. Then you have the 30 amp, 240 volt cord connection from power station to interlock. Then you have the breaker box. All circuits go, AC with soft start, including the porch mini split. All home electric functions are live, no transfer box required. I must also comment, there are 2 things that separates my hybrid system setup from others that I've seen on YouTube. Natural gas, I strictly use natural gas, never run out, and do not have to treat gas or hope for sunlight, and I have no solar required. Next is UPS. Both sides of the system have UPS, the subject all other power station brands do not mention. EcoFlow DPU receives up to 240 volts, 7,200 watts, and discharges up to 240 volts, 7,200 watts. Not many power station brands can do this, or not as well. This means the hybrid process never runs out of fuel or electricity for the home, so you can be off the grid for an undetermined amount of time, and the process works as designed. Now we'll move into the review for the days 6 through 12 for the off-the-grid update. The results are holding steady with positive results. We are living completely off the electrical grid using only my hybrid backup power strategy. This update will be much shorter than my day 6 report because honestly there really aren't any major changes to report. Everything operated as designed. And that's actually good news. The biggest takeaway from the 2nd week is simple. The results are holding steady. EcoFlow DPU is currently at 95%, just topped off with the GenMax, currently using about 600 watts on all circuits, using a wide open breaker box. Note, GenMax sits on a movable stand, which allows it to easily move, and it can be pumped up to a higher level for maintenance. You may want to find out how I did this. It works great. The hybrid process is performing almost exactly as it did during the first 6 days. Electric usage remains extremely low. Natural gas consumption remains consistent. Battery charging performance remains consistent. And the overall system continues to operate exactly as expected. For me, that's a positive result. The goal of this project isn't to create dynamic daily changes. The goal is to determine whether the hybrid backup strategy can produce repeatable and predictable results over time. So far, the answer appears to be yes. The GenMax 12,000 XIT continues to perform as designed. The EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra continues to charge and discharge as expected. The natural gas consumption remains very close to what I experienced during week 1, and my electric usage remains extremely low. At this point, I'm becoming less interested in the daily numbers and more interested in the long-term trends. That's why my next major update will be at the end of week 3. By then, I'll have nearly 3 weeks of operating data and can begin analyzing total natural gas consumption, electric usage trends, generator runtime, battery performance, operating costs, long-term reliability, lessons learned. Right now, the biggest story isn't the numbers changed. The biggest story is that the numbers did not change. The system continues to deliver consistent and predictable results. And when it comes to backup power, consistency is exactly what you want. The real question now is, will these results continue to hold over the next week or two? We'll find out together in the next update. If you're following the project, please hit subscribe and punch like, and let me know in the comments what questions you have and you would like to have answered in week 3. Please tell me your thoughts. No one else I have reviewed in YouTube is running an end-to-end system like this, and you can also. So you may have questions, or you're just going to want to know more about how I got my results. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update. Thank you.